much more will the Heavenly Father give the Holy Ghost to those that ask. It's not just a parable. It's not just a good story. It's not just an illustration. He was going somewhere with it. He wasn't just saying that if your fathers are good and you can use that for an illustration, I'm an even better father. He was using it for an excuse. He was using it for a platform. He was using it for an opportunity to tell those people, if you want the Holy Ghost, just ask. I will fill you with the Holy Ghost. He is always right. Who would say different? Even people that don't believe in Jesus, they know there's something to this that we believe. Even people that have never had God perform a miracle for them. How many times do you see them, like, backdoor testify? I know about what happened to somebody else. I know about what took place in their life. But nothing ever happens in theirs. God is always there. Let me ask you a question. Do you know more than what God can do? Do you know that He can do it through you? Now, I'm going to try to sneak up on you here, even if you say yes to that. I think that's almost like a given. It's like, well, yeah, I know God could zap me and I can do some kind of miracle. I know that God could, if the occasion arises and there needed to be some kind of miraculous performance, I believe God could use me. I'm not asking you that this morning. I'm not asking you what your opinion is of the power of God. I assume, since you are here in a church this morning, that you probably believe God is a pretty strong guy. What I'm asking you is that strong guy who you know to be Jesus Christ, that miracle performer who you've boasted about at times, what I'm asking you is, do you want to place yourself in a position where He uses you? Do you want to step past saying what God can do and say, I wish He would do something through me? It's not just that I've seen Him perform. It's not just that I've read stories about it. I want to see it happen in me.
Amen. Thank you, Lord.
Hallelujah. Am I now a statistician or am I a fan? Am I a reporter or am I a participant? Am I just a bystander or am I a mover and shaker? Am I going to be content to stand on the sidelines forever? Am I going to commit? And I'm going to lay my heart out there and say, this is what I wish I could see. This is where my heart is. I want my family to come back into the church. I want my friends to listen to my testimony and come and receive this powerful gift of the Holy Ghost. I want my marriage to be healed and put back together. I'm not satisfied to hear the testimonies of miracles and other people's lives only. I want to see it in mine. What is your wish today? The Bible tells us in Hebrews 11 that faith, the seed of faith is hope. Are you listening to you hear me? Faith is not that you put yourself on the top of a restaurant table and everybody's looking at you and you're on the spot and you say, tomorrow about this time the sun is going to go black. And if you have enough faith, if you stir yourself enough, if you put yourself on the spot, got to do something. Folks, you don't have to twist God's arm for a revival to come. You don't have to put God in the spot where it's, oh my God, He's out there and He looks all embarrassed and He put Himself on the spot. I guess I better move for Him. You got the wrong idea about faith. God wants to fill people with the Holy Ghost more than we want to see it. God wants to heal your marriage more than you want to have it healed. God wants these things for us. You know what He's waiting for? What do you wish for? The seed of faith is I wish. I I wish, I hope. This is where my heart is. The Cubs hadn't won in 500 years, but I wish they would. Cowboys got close, but they didn't win, but I wish they would. The Mavericks got close, they didn't win, but I wish they would. You know? I had a good conversation with my mother-in-law the other day, and it seemed like she was turning toward God, but she didn't come, but I wish she would. I was talking to my brother who used to live for God, but he don't live for God anymore. I wish he would. That's what I think about. No, worship about. When I worship God, it's with an intent. When I worship God, I'm saying, this is what I wish would happen. Well, I'm a fan of Jesus Christ.
Amen.
I'm not just a record keeper, I'm a fan. I'm not just a statistician. I can tell you what he's done. I can tell you what he's done. I can tell you a lot of things that he's done. I can tell you of cancers being healed. There was a cancer on my wife just three years ago. Her melanoma. Going to eat her up. God healed her. I know God can heal. I prayed God healed her. The next day she goes to the doctor. Don't have cancer anymore. He's a healer. His hands and say, yeah, that's what I wish would happen. That's what I look for. That's what I want. That's why I fast. That's why I pray. That's why I come to church faithfully. That's why I'm here every time the doors are open. That's why I'm a crazy man when I get a chance to worship. That's why I scream. That's why I sing loud. That's why I So, I'm not just a record keeper. I want to see something done. I want God to perform. I wish God would do something. Well, that puts you in a position to be asked the question that I want to sneak up with on you today. Can he win through me? I want to see him do something. I want to see him perform. And a lot of times when we come to church, we want to see God perform. I mean, you're with me. We've got past that point of just wanting to be a record keeper. We want to see God do something.
Amen.
But I'd kind of like for him to do it through Sister April because she's just moving in the Spirit. I want to see God do something, but I think he probably is going to want to do it through Mom Rohrbaugh because, she's kind of, I want to see God do something, but he needs to use Craig. If you really wish for the moving of God's Spirit, what you're willing to say is, even though I feel like I don't qualify, even though I'm not even sure how to move with this stuff, I want God to move. And if it's my vessel that he wants to use, it is available. I wish so strongly for the power of God to move that I am willing to get out of my comfort zone and meet people that move. I am willing to get out of my worship of God. Even if I don't speak with balance and even if I'm not good, even if I'm not adept, I want God to move. And I'm willing to do what he did. I'm willing for him to use me. God sent me to this city. The time of famine is over. It's coming to an end. And while you're in this city, there's going to be a widow woman that's going to take care of you. So the prophet knew what to expect. The prophet knew where he was walking. The prophet knew that he was walking in the Word of God, and he knew what to expect next. I'm going to be taken care of. God's going to provide. He sees the widow, and she's gathering sticks. Hey, give me some water, please. Okay. The woman sees the man of God. I'd be glad to get you a bottle of water. She's going to get the bottle of water. faithful. She goes to get a bottle of water, and while she's going to get that water, wait a minute. I am thirsty, and thank you for going, but get me a piece of bread too. I am hungry. Well, preacher, that presents just a bit of a problem. I can get you some water, but I wish I could feed you. I really do, but I can't feed you. I don't have bread. Okay? I don't have something cooked. I don't have a cake. I do have a handful of meal. I've got some things that can be made into a cake. I've got some oil. But I'm telling you, it's only a little bit. Fact is, I'm really kind of ashamed to even offer it to you. It's not that much. In fact, it is so little that here's my plans. Here's my faith plan for today. I'm going to go make that cake, and my son and I are going to eat that. It's our last. It is our last. When we get through eating this, we're going to die. Now, I know you understand, preacher. You know, now that I've told you my history, now that I've told you where I stand, now that I've told you what my abilities are, now that I've told you what the limit of my capability is, I know you will understand and you will say, well, Pookie, you just sit there and die, and I will go pick on somebody else and get their stuff to take care of my blessing. Elijah opened up opportunities for that woman that was phenomenal. He opened a door of miracle and blessing in that woman's life. And it wasn't just that he had to overcome her situation. That wasn't the problem. That wasn't the hard part. Some of you think that preachers are money hungry. They're not. Most of the time they're not. And you think preachers are power hungry. Most of the time they're not. You know what's going on? And a lot of times a preacher has to just stomp his flesh in the ground in order to listen to God and go on past what seems to be an impossibility. But I know you don't have any meal. I know you only have a little bit of meal and oil left. And I know, I heard you. I understand what you're saying. I understand your situation. So go get that little piece of meal and cruise. It's only enough for one cake, I know. But give it to me. My God, you talking about haughty. You're talking about attitude. You're talking about TV evangelists. I'm telling you, I know you're a sick widow that's 80 years old and you can barely keep your eyes open to watch the boob tube, but give me your last dollar. I'm not making fun of TV evangelists. I'm slamming them. You ought to pay tithes where you go to church. You ought to bring offerings where you go to church. Whoever's preaching you the gospel is who you ought to be devoted to. My brother Lord didn't bring me in here to talk about money. In fact, he's probably a little bit uncomfortable. But I enjoy that. Let me tell you something. If you only have $1 left, you're probably telling yourself, I can't afford to pay tithes. You can't afford not to pay tithes. I know you don't have anything. I know you don't have any possibilities. I know it's death that's what you're facing. This is your last meal, and you're going to die after this. Oh, you're talking about miracle door. Give it to God. When you become a fan. It's not that I wish some other person would give their last dollar and let's watch God do a miracle. It's what's wrong with my brain? How many times have I seen people step out by faith and give their last and then God bless them beyond imagination? How many times am I going to watch that before I say, preacher, me? Right? Guess what? I didn't get paid today. It's not business wasn't good. I don't have that money. Guess what? Supper. I'm going to give it to God. say, oh, I know you're about to die, but give it to me first and then go ahead and die. But you know what? It usually doesn't happen that way. God's really merciful and He's good.
Yes. Sorry.
Think about what Elijah said to her. Before she went and obeyed by faith, he said, you go make me a cake first. Jehovah says that the meal's not going to waste away. The cruise of oil is not going to finish. God doesn't send us off on wild goose chases. God doesn't send us down blind paths of faith. You've heard, every time you've heard the preacher say, you need to start doing this. And the next statement after it is because God has said He will bless you if you do this. You just have to decide. Am I going to commit and be a part of this fanaticism? Not just a spectator. Not just watching it. Not just a record keeper. But am I going to become part of this?
All right.
That's all right.
Doesn't mean that you're buying God's blessings. What it does mean is that you're a fan. This is what I want Him to do. When people give their last meal, even when they've heard the preacher say, and God will bless you. We know how God is sometimes. God won't always do things like we think He's going to do. I mean, we shortcut things and we start thinking for God. And it's like, okay, I know God's going to bless, but you know how God is. I'm giving Him my last dollar, but God ain't going to bless me back with dollars. God's going to bless me back with some of that stuff about, oh, I'll have a good atmosphere in my home. I'm going to give God my last dollar, and He's going to say, okay, here's your reward. I'm going to make you happy. I can't spend that. You know, God's ways are above our ways. God's ways are different than our ways. And we just know God's going to trick us. He just wanted to give my last cake. You somehow have got to get past all of that and become a gullible child.
Right.
Sorry.
I think He loves me. I think He wants the best for me.
All right.
And it might be that He doesn't bless me back in the way that I want to hold Him to. It's very likely that He's going to give me a God blessing and not a carnal blessing.
Sorry.
But I want the move of God in my life. I want the miracle of God in my life. Because here's what He promised about. If you ask fish, I'll give you the correct thing. The end result of that is, oh, didn't He give a rip about fish? All of it was saying, I'll give you the Holy Ghost. I'll give you the Holy Ghost. I'll give you the Holy Ghost. You have children that are not filled with the Holy Ghost? I'll give them the Holy Ghost. You have family that's not saved? I'll save them and fill them with the Holy Ghost. I will give them rebirth. I will give you revival. I will turn this city on its head. There's some of you that Brother Warman, probably if the Cleveland Browns, what's your favorite team? Cleveland Browns. Okay. If the general manager of the Cleveland Browns called you up and said, you know what? We had somebody the other day mention you, and you used to play football. You know what? We decided we got a new program going, and we want you to come report down to the stadium. We're going to put you in pads, and we're going to put you on the line next game. We're going to let you play with us. Now, after you got through arguing with your wife, you know, oh yeah, and they're going to pay you. We're going to give you $100,000 for playing in the game. You can see the wheels turning right now. Not only is there $100,000, I ain't going to play on my field. With the Cleveland Browns. From now on, my name will be in the record book. I play for the Browns. I'm a professional football player.
That's good.
It's afterwards you start thinking about, they may break my neck. They're going to twist my knee out of place. I'm going to come home with a broke foot. There's no telling what's going to happen to my eyeballs and my nose. I'm going to come home ugly.